Unsigned 518 on this special episode, I guess you could say. I'm here with Andrew Cerrone of the Pine Boys. How's it going?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, anytime. You know, and I was saying to my wife before you got here, you know, because she was like, have these guys been on the show before? You know, because I was like, oh, Pine Boys are coming. I played her some of your songs, and I was like, yeah, they've been on the show. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, the very first piece that I wrote for Metroland was a review of your album last year.
That is sick.
So I was
a couple Andys hanging out.
Yeah, just a couple Andys fucking hanging out. We go way back, you know. But, you know, we are not here to talk about me, Andy. We're here to talk about you, Andy, and what you got going on with Pine Boys. And you gave me, I guess, a little bit of a rundown before we got rolling, but nothing too in-depth. But I do know that you got a show tomorrow at Ophelias with my homies, the TV Doctors. So we'll get to that. There's maybe some new music coming. There's a fourth Pine Boy member. Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, just I guess start wherever you want.
So we got a huge show coming up tomorrow night at Ophelias, downtown Albany. We're from Albany. Very excited about this show. And we're huge Halloween fans, so we're trying to do some special stuff for I know it's roughly a week before Halloween, but might be some costumes, some cool visuals behind us, some fog potentially, and going to be with the TV Doctors. And also one of our good friends, Spike Wright, who's a DJ in Albany, is going to be just mixing in DJ sets throughout the evening. So I think it'll be kind of cool. No changeover time. He's going to be throwing in some kind of heavy, kind of like EDM style music. So I think it will be a really cool night, and we're really excited about it. It will be starting at 8 o'clock. And yeah, come out if you're around.
That's a great idea, having a DJ, because I've always been trying to think of the magical way that you can get several bands to play a show with no changeover time, and it's logistically fucking possible. You know what I mean? But if you had just a DJ that could know right when to come in right at that last note of the other song and fill that space.
In a smooth transition. We're excited for it.
Yeah. And people could be dancing, you know, right? So that's tomorrow with TV Doctors. And then I guess tell me about some music you guys have been working on. Or actually, you know what? You have a book there with some notes. So why don't you tell me what's next? You're prepared. I feel so ill-prepared all the time.
I mean, we've released around one album a year for the last maybe 5 or 6 years, one EP or album. Right. So we've been pretty consistent with that, but this is 2025. We haven't released anything yet. And that does not mean we're not working on stuff. We have this new album called Wet House that's coming out probably next spring, summer. And it's a little bit longer than we normally do. It's around 12 or 13 songs, and super excited about it. And we've been playing a lot of the songs live, and I think that's we're bringing some of that live energy into the studio, I think, which is cool. But I don't know. We've been a band for almost 10 years, and this is our 10th album, so it's really special for us. So really looking forward to putting that out. But we're taking our time with it and making sure we're happy with everything. And yeah, coming soon.
And, we were talking a little bit before we got rolling just about, you were saying you hadn't been playing many gigs and you've been focusing on the writing. And as an independent band, I guess, as we all are, how do you find, I guess, it's necessary. I don't want to say out on the road, because even shows locally, but it's definitely necessary from a monetary standpoint to play shows to fund kind of what we do. How do you find, I guess, the balance in wanting to put out albums and being fuck, this is going to cost a lot of money to do it?
That's a great question. I couldn't imagine not doing it.
Right.
So, I mean, every single time we put out music, we feel like we're extremely happy with it and proud of it. But then it's kind of that scary time when you don't have any material. We always are I don't know how we're going to, quote unquote, top that or from our standards. But we just, I don't know. we always are consistently coming up with ideas, and I think sometimes when we're preparing for shows, we're playing songs that we've played a ton and that are kind of in the catalog. We're almost like, I don't want to say bored, but like we're coming up with new ideas and things just to keep it fresh and interesting. We've been a band a really long time, and I think one of the reasons why we're so into it still is because we're always throwing 4 or 5 new songs in the set list and mixing it up. If we were playing the same set, I mean, I don't know if we'd be as into it.
And so it's not like you're, getting rid of the songs to make room for new ones. You're just taking them out of rotation for a little bit, like, because some bands may do that where, like, they come out with a new batch of songs and then those are kind of the ones they focus on, and then you don't hear the older ones live anymore because they're focusing on the new ones, and then the new ones after that, and the new ones after that. So you're saying you have this extensive catalog that you do try to pull from all corners of it when you're playing live.
Yes, and you know this, like, as being a songwriter, I think it's kind of tough to know in an unbiased way if you think your new songs are really great or if you're just super excited about them or kind of like you're just jazzed on them because they're new. But I do think we're constantly thinking about what songs perform better live, or doesn't mean we have a lot of slower songs that we never ever play live. We just like to kind of keep the energy up as much as possible, and so I'm just kind of trying to grab from all corners of our catalog of like what is the best live song,
right?
And I don't know.
And speaking of live, typically it's been just the three of you, but now you've added, and I just found out that you were playing with the drummer 20 minutes ago. So I guess tell me all about that. Like,
yes.
Is it full time? Like, is he a full time member? Like,
full time member. It's Mr. Bobby Light, Andrew Golden from Adequate Fill.
Oh, okay.
He's played with some other things, but I worked on an album with Ben Gorman from Boss Crowley a couple years ago, and he just kind of did the drums for us, and I got to know him a little bit. And yeah, this whole year we've been playing with him, and we always kind of just tend to like to improvise, whether if we're at practice or in the studio, or we like jam bands. And bringing Bobby on the drum kit full time, it's been very refreshing in terms of just songs that we've played for a while sound a lot different, and things have been going in different directions, and it's just not as set in stone. I mean, we had the drum machine for so long, and there was cool elements of that, and I don't maybe look down upon those days, but we kind of knew exactly where the song was going to go.
I mean, our band started with the drum machine. I don't know if you knew that. Like,
no,
and it was just me and Lonnie, and then we added John, the drummer. But so I know the perils of or the perils and the benefits of a drum machine.
But I mean, I think the biggest thing is dynamically. I mean, being able to bring the energy up and down is just. It's been really fun, and if you haven't caught us yet with the drummer, I mean, highly suggest coming out tomorrow. It's going to be awesome.
And especially having someone that can drive the train, so to speak, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So, have you been working on new music with, now that you're a 4-piece? Like, is that how that's going, or was it already stuff that had kind of been...
So actually not. We've never done anything with drums in the studio. We're still kind of keeping the same format, but I've been doing a lot of more... using actual drum machines and programming drums more than I have in the past versus using samples. So I think there's a lot more drum changes on our new record than we had in the past in terms of keeping it consistent. So definitely thoughtfully using electronic drums for the new album, but Bobby will not be on the actual recordings.
Gotcha. So that it was already kind of in motion by the time he joined. Sweet. So what else? What else we got?
I don't know. I mean, that kind of sums it up. We're really excited about the show tomorrow, and I think might be some fog, might be some costume. So if you want to, dress code is optional. You can have a costume if you want, or you can, T-shirts and LL Bean jeans. That's totally fine.
Right. And 6 days before Halloween is not too early. It's fully in the costume zone as far as like Halloween goes.
I think that whole week kind of applies.
Yeah,
so. I remember
100%.
in college it was like feel like people would push it to almost 3 weekends sometimes.
Yeah,
But
I
which
used
is
to
fine.
always, like when I was, younger, I used to always have, people would be like, what are you going to be for Halloween? And be like, well, this weekend I'm going to be this, and then this weekend I'm going to be that. And then, got to get as much in as you can. And, speaking of Halloween, and we'll wrap it up, but we're going to talk some spooky movies and shit on one of my Halloween episodes. So I don't know whether it'll come out before or after this, but it'll be right in the same feed as this. So make sure you go and listen to that. But is there anything in closing that you want to throw in there?
Yeah, I just wanted to throw in, we're going to be playing around 5 new songs tomorrow. Then we have a couple Halloween songs we would consider that will be on the set list. So, definitely come out. Tickets are $10, and it's going to be a great night.
All right, so get out to Ophelias tomorrow night. Pine Boys, TV Doctors. It's going to be a fucking killer show. So, Andy, thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, sir.
Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening. Or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.